The Texas coast hummed with anticipation. It was March 6, 2025. SpaceX was about to launch its most ambitious rocket yet, Starship Flight 8. The air crackled with excitement. This launch was a major milestone for SpaceX. It was a giant leap toward making space travel more affordable and accessible. Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft, held the key to SpaceX's dreams. It was designed to ferry humans to Mars and beyond, but first, it had to prove itself. Flight 8 was a crucial test flight. It aimed to demonstrate key technologies needed for Starship's future missions. The stakes were incredibly high. Previous test flights had ended in dramatic explosions. But SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, embraced these failures. They saw them as opportunities to learn and improve. Each launch brought them closer to their ultimate goal, making humanity a multi-planetary species. Excitement reached fever pitch as the countdown clock ticked down. All eyes were on the massive rocket, poised to make history. SpaceX was about to push the boundaries of space exploration once again. The world held its breath. One of the most daring objectives of Flight 8 was the booster catch. Imagine this, catching a skyscraper-sized rocket falling from space. This was the challenge SpaceX had set for itself. It was a feat never before attempted. The booster, known as Super Heavy, was a behemoth. It was powered by 33 Raptor engines, generating an incredible amount of thrust. Guiding this monster back to Earth safely was a technological tightrope walk. It required pinpoint accuracy and real-time adjustments. SpaceX had developed a sophisticated system for this high-stakes maneuver. The booster was equipped with grid fins to control its descent. These acted like the flaps on an airplane wing, steering the rocket back to the landing site. Awaiting the booster's return were the massive arms of the launch tower, nicknamed chopsticks. Their task was to catch the booster mid-air, gently guiding it back to a safe landing. The timing had to be perfect. The risks were enormous. If the booster came in too fast or at the wrong angle, it could collide with the launch tower, resulting in a catastrophic explosion. The slightest miscalculation could spell disaster. The moment of truth arrived. With a deafening roar, Starship Flight 8 lifted off. The ground trembled as the rocket climbed skyward, leaving a trail of fire and smoke in its wake. The launch was flawless, a testament to SpaceX's engineering prowess. The first stage of the flight went according to plan. The Super Heavy booster performed flawlessly, carrying the Starship spacecraft higher and higher. Then, the crucial moment arrived, the booster separation. The booster detached and began its descent back to Earth. All eyes were on the chopsticks, waiting to see if they could pull off this incredible feat, and they did. The booster, guided by its grid fins and the SpaceX control team, landed perfectly within the waiting arms of the launch tower. But the celebration was short-lived. High above, the Starship upper stage was experiencing problems. An anomaly occurred during the ascent. The spacecraft lost attitude control and began to tumble out of control. Minutes later, the unthinkable happened. The Starship spacecraft broke apart, disintegrating in a fiery explosion high above the Atlantic Ocean. The dream of a successful Flight 8 was shattered. The loss of the Starship spacecraft was a setback, but SpaceX remained undeterred. They had faced setbacks before and emerged stronger. The company's ethos was built on innovation, risk-taking, and learning from failure. SpaceX engineers immediately began poring over the data from Flight 8. They wanted to understand what went wrong and how to prevent it from happening again. Every piece of information, every sensor reading was scrutinized. Despite the failure of the upper stage, the successful booster catch was a major accomplishment. It demonstrated the feasibility of SpaceX's ambitious plans for reusable spacecraft. The catch represented a significant step towards making space travel more sustainable and cost-effective. SpaceX, with its characteristic resilience, is already planning its next move. Flight 9 is on the horizon. The company will incorporate the lessons learned from Flight 8, determined to overcome the challenges and continue pushing the boundaries of space exploration. The dream of reaching Mars may have suffered a temporary setback, but it is far from over. SpaceX, with its unwavering commitment to innovation, will continue to inspire and push the limits of what's possible. The journey to the stars continues.